Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Let me close as I began, saying first that we could have done this under unanimous consent. We all concur with the need to ensure that we take steps to ensure adequate oversight, to ensure that we never, ever, ever see the kind of loss of life that we did in West Virginia or any other mine disaster. And, Mr. Speaker, the American people, the hundreds of millions of Americans who want us to rein in federal spending, have unfortunately, because of the Democratic majority, they've been denied a voice here on the House floor. They're saying, try and bring down the size and scope and reach of government. My friend Dennis Prager says very correctly, the bigger the government grows, the smaller the individual becomes. And so we've decided to utilize a procedure here known as defeating the previous question. And we said, why don't we let the American people actually have a chance to be heard? And so what we did is we put 5 proposals out there under the Republican Whip's website and asked the American people to vote. Nearly 300,000 Americans cast votes, and they ended up with 81,000 votes being cast in favor of a measure that said, gosh, should people be required to work for welfare, or should we have an open-ended policy that allows them without any kind of accountability to see states actually rewarded for not having people have a work component in the welfare program? And so, Mr. Speaker, we said with that overwhelming vote that we would use this procedure to ensure that Democrats and Republicans alike would have an opportunity to make a decision whether or not they want to go down the road towards continued spending, where again we've had an 85% increase in non-defense discretionary spending since President Obama has been in office, and that's why I couldn't understand why my friend from New Jersey was arguing that we had an 8% increase when President Bush was there, and his answer is a 10-fold increase, and that's going to solve the problem. We know that we are deeper in the hole, we have more serious problems now, and the American people want us to cut federal spending. And every Democrat and Republican will have a chance when we move to defeat the previous question to do just that. And so, Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent that the text of the amendment and extraneous material be included in the record just before the vote on the previous question. And with that, I urge my colleagues to vote for reduced spending by defeating the previous question and yield back the balance of my time.